what's going on here is that about 2 weeks ago, Real Good Solar, I heard through the grapevine in the street that they were beginning this project of placing solar panels, on this complex here. I came down to salute Mr. Trevor, who's the manager of the site of Good Solar, to pay respects to him. He did something that our own people dared to do, which is hired some of these at-risk youth who are, are just desperate, looking for work, not educated, no talent, and he hired anyone that wanted to work. From the Plaza East, Eddie Rock. I mean, some of the, I'm just soldiers of the neighborhood, who are no joke, youngsters. And I thought that was incredible. What we heard was that when you arrived, one of the brothers on the corner asked you for a job. And finish that for me.
Barrett McCormick, when we got it, the Barrett McCormick Salzar, they own this group of properties, and they wanted us to find some guys that were living in this community to work with us. And we had worked with City Guild before in the past, and it had gone okay. But we met up with Kevin Jefferson right here, the one stop over here, and he got us some guys when we started the project up on Hayes North and South. And real good group of guys. Got them out there. They worked out great. It's like, these are really good workers. We're glad we found these guys. We're glad he found them for us. And when we got down here, the problem was we couldn't get a lot of those guys to work down here because the neighborhood was not the neighborhood. So that was I was like, wow, I need guys to come down to the site when we start down here. And so when we got down here, management here recommended some guys, and when we got here, a few guys that approached us said, hey, we want to work, really want to work. You guys seem like these guys right here. These guys really want to work. I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. And so we hired a handful of the guys, and sure enough, they worked out great. We want to take them with us.
I heard through John that worked right here at Plaza East. And he had told me, soon there's going to be some jobs out here. It's a lot of us out here.
Yeah, bet. I know what you're going through, yeah.
Gang violence going on. So, that was good that Trevor here,
took time, man.
To learn something new, get up on the roof. I'm talking about putting solar panels up. I ain't never known about this before.
I'm hip. I saw you pulling wires when I ran up on it.
Now I be on the freeway and I be looking up on hella roofs. You know what I mean?
You know what's happening.
I see hella solar panels.
Yeah.
I was on the roof a couple of times, putting up panels, helping them put up panels. I learned a few. I learned a lot of things, really mainly just coming to work on time, doing what I gotta do. That's really most important when you get to work on time. And then I got a good experience out of it. I went on the roof. I know how to lay feet now.
Hey, listen,
just basic stuff. Mini electrician work, running wire through the office right here on the other side. I just look up here. This is my work. I did this. I'm part of this. Me and my solar team.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I learned a lot, though. It's a fun experience, and I got to earn some money the legal way.
Yeah.
The next morning I show up in the container. There's people everywhere. And we knew we knew how many people we needed, but we talked to management. It's some come from the holidays. We could really use some extra people. We'll find stuff to do. So we'd have people. How many people we have just watching one ladder? Three, 4 people just watching one ladder.
Yeah.
It worked out nice.
Yeah. This neighborhood is the Fillmore, and with this area here that we are, Plaza East, and I know this some of the most, I would say, hard-pressed families here is in this area where I'm standing right here. Folks who are suffering, folks who are hurting, folks who are unemployed.
Well, now, aren't there programs to design in San Francisco to assist this area? Stimulus? Is there any way?
Man, it's like a crumb, and everybody's trying to get a piece of it. It's not enough. Not only that, yes, the stimulus thing has worked as far as what the government and the city are saying that we'll pay the salaries, but first you have to find the job. and the jobs are not there. And I'm going to be honest with you, the desire to hire youth like we've spoken to today is not there. Not with our own people. I mean, I know I'm going with the Jones facility right there at Solar-Fillmore, who was, to me, very, very sad that they went outside of the community and hired some folks who do not look like us and did not have one soul that looked like us on that job site out of maybe about 15 to 20 men working on that Jones home.
Tell me about that job site. Tell me about what was it that they were doing.
They were power washing the building. They were scraping preparing for the painting. They were sealing the building, preventing the water from going in, placing plastic over the windows, and painting. Which it's proven here that these kids within this short amount of time know how to do solar paneling. And don't tell me they don't know how to paint. You feel me? Don't tell me they don't know how to paint. And your own people didn't step up to even try to teach them how to paint. And I have issues with that. Big time. Big time. I mean, it's right in our own face. And, to be a white dude, man, I take my hat off to him, man, who has done more within 2 weeks than our folks who are in the position of property owners, churches who own property, than they have done. And that's real. Like I said, and how much each one store? I mean,
well, each one, it doesn't store. What it does is it creates it and it puts it right back on the grid, PG&E. Okay. And so during the day when it's really producing, it's actually pushing back and creating power in the neighborhood.
So one panel covers how many homes?
Well, one panel, one module put out about 235 watts. And that right there, they use collectively as a group they come down and then push that to an inverter, turns it from DC to AC, and that pushes back on the grid.
Collectively, huh? All of them do it. Oh, okay.
And this is the first time this has ever been done like this with PG&E ever.
It's supposed to be cheaper in terms of your bill, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Something.
Tomorrow, like I said to you, the Baron McCormick people that own these developments, they're treating all these guys to lunch tomorrow. They want to get them hooked up with one stop.
Right.
They want a lot of those guys to go through that program, the City Build program. Because a lot of these guys haven't heard about it or familiar with it, and we want to get them involved with City Build. So we're going to take a lot of these guys tomorrow, introduce them to City Build, get them involved in the program, and so we can use them again in future projects and not lose contact with them.
Hey, man, God bless you, man.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm saying we really, a lot of the other OGs around here heard about it too, and they were supposed to show up, man. But I know everybody in their own individual way is going to shout at you.
Thank you.
All right, you too, my man.
Thank
you, man. Yeah. If we as a people, man, as black men, don't step up and start pointing the fingers at some of these politicians, I want this to really be said, because my thing is now, every youngster that I come in contact with, from who's eligible to vote, he's registered to vote, and don't tell me you black and you get our votes. Hell no. Let us see what you've done lately. What I do at Booker T is like reach down, man, so that we don't get a repeat. I mean, I know. I'm not saying that the older youth, that there's no hope for them, but I think I try to do preventive stuff, a black male in the face of young kids who may not have a dad. I'm your dad and everything else I can be around these little kids to point out the ills and the success. We got some genius, these kids are like awesome. You just got to support them. You got to reach down and embrace your own people, man. You got to take care of your own people.